give a big disclosure before I even jump into this video, and I want to let you guys know that this video is gonna be some red flags. It's gonna be triggering to a few people. So if you are triggered by sex trafficking, rape, anything like that, I do not suggest watching this video. I suggest you clicking off of this video. It's going to be very insightful, but I don't want you guys to be triggered at all. So if you are triggered by anything like that, by sexual abuse or anything, or like I said, rape, I definitely would click off this video right now. So if you are okay with me talking about this, then go ahead and keep on watching. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly if you are new here, and if you are new here, welcome. So in today's video, as you guys have seen by the title, it is something absolutely crazy. It's a story time. I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened, and yeah, this crazy story of how I was almost kidnapped and what I believe was taken for sex trafficking. So I don't know exactly what could have happened, and I don't know you know, where it could have gone, but I'm glad it didn't. And I will show you guys, or I'll tell you guys the whole story. So if you guys want to hear my sex trafficking story, my story of like how the time I was almost kidnapped, then go ahead and just keep on watching. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and start my story. I'm gonna tell you guys my story first, and then I will jump into a few facts about sex trafficking and stuff like that. Now, like I said, I don't really know if for sure I was going to be taken for sex trafficking. I don't know if it was supposed to be for that, or if I was just gonna be taken to be raped. But either way, what I was going to be taken for, it should not be taken lightly, and this is a story that I think a lot of women out here need to hear, and something that you guys need to really keep an eye out for, because this stuff does happen, and it really exists out there in the world. So I will start with my story, and yeah, we'll go from there. So the story takes place, this is true, by the way. I don't know that I have to really say this. I shouldn't have to say this anyway, but the story is true, 100% true. It happened to me, and I have witnesses that can prove that it happened to me, but just gonna put that little disclosure out there. Yes, this story is true. So it was New Year's Eve night of 2019-2020. So this past New Year's Eve, me, my brother, my sister-in-law, and their friend, we all went out to a nightclub. We were dressed to the nines. We were like looking really cute. We were going out for, it was New Year's, like New Year's party. And so we went out to a nightclub, and I'm not gonna say the name of this nightclub because it's not, I don't really think it's their fault. Maybe it is, but I'm not gonna go out there and blast them like that. I have something on my lip. Anyway, I'm not gonna go out there and blast them like that. So yeah, what happened was, we were at this nightclub, we were partying, it was a really great time, we had an absolute blast. We got there around 10 p.m. and we stayed until, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning. We paid for an open bar, so we had an open bar, we had a lot of drinks, we were highly intoxicated, and highly intoxicated. It was probably the drunkest I've gotten in a very long time. And we were just at the club, we were dancing, we were having fun, and I was dancing with some guys, and the night went pretty normal, everything was going pretty well. And then late at night, when it was like 2 in the morning, we were dancing, and I was with my sister-in-law, and this guy, this really tall guy. He had a thick accent, and I don't know where he was from exactly, but I know he was a foreigner. I know he didn't live here, and he had a very thick accent. He grabbed me by the hand and he started pulling me outside, and he was like, no lie, he was like, you're coming home with me, you would make a great prize. You're coming home with me, you'd make a great prize. And all I remember is screaming, no, 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 I'm not coming home with you. I don't want to go home with you. Like, no. And just screaming no over and over and over. And he just kept repeating, you'll be a great prize. You'll be a great prize. You're a great prize to be won. You're coming home with me. You're going to be a great prize to be won. A great prize. That's all I remember him saying to me. Like, he didn't say any other words except for you'll be a great prize and you're coming home with me. And which is so creepy. But he just pulled me, and I mean, he pulled me fast. Like, he grabbed my hand and he booked it. And we were in the middle of the club, like in the middle of people. We were in the middle of just everybody. There was a ton of people all around us. There was drunk girls everywhere. There was a lot of other women out there. There was a lot of other people out there. And he chose me. He chose me, and he grabbed me by the hand and he pulled me outside, and that's all he was saying to me is, you'll make a great prize, you'll make a great prize. And he pulled me outside. He pulled me to his car. I was trying to get me into his car, and all I kept saying was no, no, no. And my hero of a sister-in-law, Sarah, you guys all know Sarah by now. If you don't, I'll link her channel down below and you can subscribe to her, but or check her out or whatever. But Sarah, she is literally my hero and possibly saved my life that night. She came out, because she saw that I was gone, and she saw that this guy was grabbing me by the hand and pulling me outside, and I just kept saying no, 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 no. And so she followed us outside, and she pushed the guy on the ground and grabbed me and was like, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then we ran inside, and the guy started doing push-ups. Like, I think at that point, and I'm not entirely sure, like, I can't like tell you exactly like the details of what was happening and who was around and who saw. I don't know if there's police around. I don't know if there was security involved. I don't know. But I remember going outside, and as soon as Sarah pushed him on the ground, he started doing push-ups. And of course, I didn't really care about him doing push-ups. I cared about running away from him. That's all that I was concerned about, was running away from him. But I think they're cleaning my lawn right now. So I'm sorry that you're hearing this. Well, this is awkward. Give me a few minutes. Okay, so, God, can they go away? Like, oh my God, okay. So anyway, he started doing push-ups, I think to distract everybody and make them think that nothing was happening, to make them think that he was just being normal, which being normal is not doing push-ups in the middle of the ground. But remember, I was screaming, no, 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 like, I don't want to go home with you, no, over and over and over. So screaming, like, so I don't know if there's people looking around or watching or whatever. I'm not too sure. But we went inside the club, we found my brother and we found their friend, and we were like, we want to go. We need to go. We need to go right now. Like, and we left basically right after that. And, because me and my sister-in-law were both really freaked out about it. And it was a scary situation. It was incredibly scary. And it's one of those situations that literally could have happened to anybody. And how it happened to me, I don't know, because it could have happened to anybody. And I'm not the prettiest girl in the club, and I wasn't the prettiest girl in the club. And it's just crazy to think that this could happen to anybody, or, you know, it's really crazy to think that this happened to me. So I don't know. I just wanted to, the way everything seemed, he was really tall, very big. He was older, but not too old. He was probably in his late 30s. And he had a very thick accent, which I can't tell you where this accent was. I don't know if it was Middle Eastern accent. I don't know if it was an Indian accent. Like, I can't tell you what this accent was. I just know he was dark-skinned, and he had a very thick accent. And he kept telling me to get into his car, and I was like, no. And he, like I said, he could have picked anybody from that club that night. He could have picked any girl he wanted to. How he chose me or why he chose me, I don't know. I still think about it all the time. I'm like, wow, like, what if Sarah wasn't there? What if, you know, I was more drunk than I already was? What if, you know, just what if? You know, what if he would have taken me? What if it was a little bit faster? What if he took me a little bit faster? You know, where would I be? Would I be alive right now? Would I be a slave right now? Like, I think about that all the time, and I'm so grateful to just be alive and to have a life and to be where I'm at in my life. It's crazy to even think that this is like a reality and that girls go through this, and this happens to girls all the time, and that I'm a lucky one and I got out and I was free and I didn't get pulled into slavery or anything like that. And like I said, maybe I'm like, maybe it wasn't sex trafficking. Maybe he just wanted to take me home and rape me. I don't know. But either way, this happens to girls all the time. And it's not okay. It's not acceptable. It's I don't even know what to say about it, because it's such a crazy thing, and you don't know until it happens to you. And you know it, like, and you know it happens to girls all the time, but like, until it happens to you or somebody close to you or a friend that you know or your sister or your girlfriend, until it happens to somebody like that, you don't think about it that often, but it happens all the time, and it can happen to anybody at any time. It's just scary. And a lot of the times, if you're taken for sex trafficking, it goes undetected. It goes unnoticed. People don't really know about it because they're taking you and taking you away, taking you to a different country. They're taking you and making you a slave. And they take everything away from you. So often it goes undetected, and people don't know, you know, that you've gone missing, or they don't know. They just think that you've gone missing and that's it. But they don't know where you are or anything. They can't find you. 0.4% of survivors are identified. That's it. Out of all the sex trafficking victims in the world, only 0.4% of the survivors are identified. All the other ones are undetected. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just... Think about that. 0.4% of survivors are identified. All the other ones are undetected. There are so many women out there, and men and children out there, that are taken every day, and nobody identifies them. Nobody notices. 71% of those who are enslaved, of 71% of enslaved people, are women and children, or women or girls. I'm sorry, women and girls. 71% are girls. Isn't that, like, 71% are women that are taken and used for sex trafficking. The highest number of calls for the hotline in the United States, the highest states are California, Texas, and Florida. And I live in Florida. Those are the number 1, 2, and 3 states for the highest number of calls to the sex trafficking hotline. And I'll put this hotline like right here. I'll put the hotline right here. So if you guys know somebody who is taken for sex trafficking, if you are taken for sex trafficking, anything, if you, I wish that I could have called somebody. I wish I called the police. I didn't call the police. I was so drunk and I was so just shaken to my core that this happened to me, and I was so scared. I just wanted to get out. I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to go home. I didn't call the police. I never told security. And I am so scared to this day that he did it to another girl, that he just took another girl home. Like, I'm terrified that it wasn't me, but he just took another girl home. And I think about that all the time. I think about it all the time. And I think about how he probably went out and did it again the next night. And it kills me. It eats me up. Like, I could sit here and cry on camera, and I'm not going to. But I could sit here and think about it and just cry and just know that he could have gone out there and taken somebody else and done this to another girl. Yeah. All these videos are so serious. I'm so sorry, but this is a serious topic and it needs to be addressed and it needs to be talked about. And if you're a victim of sex trafficking, if you are currently enslaved by somebody, please call the hotline. Text the hotline number. You can text 233-733 and just say, help, get me out, and they can help you get out. You can chat online. There's ways to get out. It's scary, but you can do it. Now, a lot of the times, if you're enslaved and you're taken for sex trafficking, you can't really get on the internet. So I don't know if you can actually watch this or not, if you are. But this is just kind of more of a message to all my women followers, all my female followers out there, and men, actually, too. I'll get to the men in a minute, but for my ladies out here, pay attention, be strong, save yourself, because you won't always have somebody there to save me or to save you. And look out for each other, because if it was not for my sister-in-law, I would have been taken 100%. If it wasn't for Sarah, I would have been taken. And I should have been more aware of the situation. I should have realized what was happening, or before I could realize what was happening. And for my men out there, think with your head. Like, I don't even know what to say to the men out here. Because not all of you are like this, and not all of you are bad, and not all of you are sex traffickers, and I know that. But wow, let me tell you, this past year has made me very scared of men. Recently anyway, it's made me really scared of men. So, I don't even know, but watch your girl's back. If you're out with your sister, if you're out with your girlfriend, if you're out with your wife, if you're out with whoever you're out with, that's a female, watch her back. Be aware that anything can happen. And the moment that you look away is their opportunity. So, yeah, that's really the end of the story. I know it's crazy, and listen, and in the comments, if I get any victim shaming, I'm just gonna block you. I'm gonna block your comments. Like, I'm just gonna give that a big disclosure as well. If you are out here gonna victim shame me and say that I shouldn't be that drunk, that I shouldn't, you know, I should pay more attention. You don't think I've thought about this like plenty of times? Like, I've thought about this 100 times since this happened, that I shouldn't have been that drunk and I should have paid attention more. But this could happen to anybody. It could happen to me while I was sober. The only, like, it could happen to anybody at any time, and it does happen to people all the time. It happens to every single person, like, that's ever been taken. They don't have to be drunk. Children don't have to be drunk. Like, it happens to people all the time, no matter the circumstances. And it doesn't matter that I was drunk. That you shouldn't take, that should not even be a consideration in anything. And I don't know, before I get too heated and talked about it, I'm just gonna put that out there, that there's no victim shaming in here, and I'm not gonna stand for that. And if you are gonna be in my comments victim shaming me, I need you to leave. Because there's absolutely no reason why I should have been taken, or why I should have been chosen to be raped or anything like that. There's absolutely no reason for that. And I thank God every day that I wasn't taken, and that I wasn't raped that night, and I wasn't, I thank God every day that I'm okay, and that I'm alive, and that I'm here. And I've definitely learned my lesson, and that's really all I've got. It's been a long story, and I know I'm everywhere. My head is everywhere. So I'm sorry that I'm not like you can tell I'm like nervous, like, but yeah, that's my story of the time that I was almost taken for what I believe was sex trafficking. But either way, it was some sexual act that was going to happen to me. And I'm so happy that I'm fine, and that nothing happened to me, and that I'm alive, and that, you know, my sister-in-law was there and saved me. And yeah, so pay attention, be out there, and realize that this stuff does happen to you. It can happen at any time, at any minute of any day. And I want you guys to be safe out there. I want you guys to be safe and be aware, and, you know, I love all of you guys so much. I love you guys so much. So I'm sorry, my phone said that I had too much storage, so it stopped my recording. But if you guys liked this video, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you can be notified for every single time I upload. And I hope that you guys learned a lot with this video. I hope that, I know this was kind of serious and kind of down, but it's a very important video that I had to make. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you. Bye.